So after making videos telling you how much bow weight the top Olympic champions shoot and telling you maybe you should try shooting more bow weight to see if you can perform better, of course I've had so many questions. Coach Michael, how do we know if we're strong enough? How can we test our strength? And this is an absolutely excellent question. And I won't lie, it was a question I struggled with for many years as a coach. I didn't really have a system, and apart from looking at someone and seeing if they're shaking, looking at the obvious signs like that, I didn't really have a system. And I've also met archers who are very strong, but they still have tremors. Well, I'm pleased to say in 2018, I went to the World Archery Center in Switzerland and had a training course from Coach Kim Hung Tak from the Kim Hung Tak Archery School in Korea. And for the first time, he demonstrated me a system of how to put a number against someone's strength, which to me is always important. Once I've got a number and a consistent test, I can then see how strong I am or see how strong my athletes are. And also we can monitor improvement and change. We can see whether someone is weaker after an illness. We can see if someone's got enough strength, so maybe we should increase their bow weight. So for this test, I thought there's nothing better. I'm actually gonna replay the video I made back in 2018 at the World Archery Training Center, showing Coach Kim actually doing the test with one of the top Swiss athletes. I'm really sorry, I don't remember the guy's name. He was really super helpful and keen to do the test with us. And also I remember recently he'd had a world-class performance. I can't remember whether it was an international medal or whether it was a internationally high score, but this is an athlete who's definitely at the international standard, and from what everyone said, he's performing very well. So I'm gonna let Coach Kim demonstrate the course to you in this video, and then I'll add in some more details at the end. Okay.
How many times drawing?
8.
2,
Be able to do
5?
7.
How do you think?
I think you'll do 5.
5, okay, 5.
10, I trust him.
Ooh.
10. All right, okay.
How much
Give you
arrows did you
more
shoot already?
point, okay. Okay, this is after setup, then after drawing, 7 seconds, right? After pulling back, 2 seconds. After drawing again, 7 seconds, okay? Right, ready? Ready? Right. 1, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there. Drawing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Back. Drawing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Back. Drawing. 1, 5.
5.
Yeah.
Well, that was my voice correctly predicting that he'd get to 5, but it was a total guess. I had never done this test before, and I'd never seen it. Now, I don't know whether this test has been around for decades, and I had just missed it for the previous 25 years of my archery career. I don't know. But as you can see, it's a way of testing a recurve athlete's capacity, their strength. Now, in this video, this high-performing athlete got to 5. From all of this, we have been told beforehand that he considers the baseline to be 7. So he considers any athlete not able to do 7 to be under their capacity for shooting their current bow weight. Now, clearly, this athlete is still a world-class international athlete. But interesting, what Coach Kim is saying, he's still not performing at his peak physical ability. So if he can increase his physical strength to say he can get to the point where he can do 7, Coach Kim was very sure his score would improve. Now, since making this video over the years, I've spoken to athletes on the USA program, and many of them do this test, and many of them feel like they don't shoot their best unless they can complete 8 of these. So even a higher benchmark than Coach Kim is doing. So you might ask me, Coach Michael, what are most athletes in the world like? Well, I looked at my data last night, and when I look at the national teams I've been to, I'm not going to say which countries, but when I look at the national teams, I went down the numbers, and when I go down the men, typically the best I was seeing was 5s, but there was a lot of 4s, a lot of 3s, and I even had one country's best who was only delivering a 2. And this sadly gets even more so reflected over on the ladies. I had one athlete once deliver a 7, which is fantastic, but the average for an international woman was down in the 2s and 3s. With their occasional 4. So clearly there's work to be done, and this is an area where a lot of people can find improvement. So once you've established that you're not strong enough, what's the best course of action? Well, I go back to my previous video I uploaded before this one. What was it called again? I just want to make sure I get the title right. Recurve strength exercise. Recurve bow strength training. How to get strong for recurve shooting. Well, that says it in the title. And this test is my best way I know to consistently and reasonably quickly improve your recurve strength so you can improve your score on this test. And I want to double check now. Yeah, I've never had an athlete who's improved their score on the Coach Kim test and not also improved their score. We really do find they go hand in hand. And I know you could say, yes, I can take that athlete who's scoring 5, if they're shooting 45 pounds, drop them down to 40, and I'm sure they'll get 7. Absolutely right. But as Coach Kim would be the first to say, there is a level of poundage needed to be competitive at 70 meters. And we don't think that's really down to the wind. We think that's with how the string reacts to coming off your fingers. So yes, having a high poundage, no, I'm not even going to call it high, having an average poundage as an international archer of around 50 pounds for a man and 40 to 45 for a woman is important. And then we need to work on our strength to get this capacity up. Now, I wish I'd discovered this test when I was still an athlete, because when I was shooting 53 pounds and performing at my best and like qualifying first at the World Championships, I don't know how strong I was. Now, I was very good at sticking to my training and doing my bow drills, so I hope I was a 6, 7 or an 8, but I don't know, and I wonder if I did have that capacity, I did have this strength. So this is a really simple test, but I wholeheartedly recommend it. And just some of the things I've changed over the years, you can see that Coach Kim is counting to 7 and then just counting to 2. Typically I use an electronic interval timer that you can get on all of the app stores because people use them for interval exercises. And I just set it for 3 seconds in the red, meaning you're not at full draw, 7 seconds in the green, and set it up to do like 10 reps and then just see how far you can get. So you can test it on your own. You don't have to have a coach with a stopwatch, but you can see, even just counting, standing next to your club mates, you can test this amongst yourself. And I'm finding it to be a really interesting tool to get the message across to people of how strong they are, a way of rewarding them for the hard work they've done because they can see the progress. And it's a way of highlighting anyone who's at risk of getting an injury. Now, please, I'd love it if you do the tests and then put your results in the comments. And also in the comments, I love reading the comments. I nearly always reply. Tell me what videos you want to see. Tell me what was useful. Tell me what you don't quite understand, because I'm always in the comments, okay? And if anyone is looking for some one-to-one online coaching, my application form is in the description down below. All right, good shooting.